Caitlin Clark announced today that she will miss both the three-point contest and the WNBA All-Star Game this upcoming weekend in Indiana.
Wait, what we just heard. Did we just lose Caitlin Clark for the All-Star weekend?
So, Caitlin Clark is officially out for the All-Star Game. I am not surprised.
Because this isn't just a missed game. This is Adam Silver's worst-case scenario, playing out in real time.
Rookies, but of course I want to see Caitlin treated fairly and appropriately in the league. I would say seems like she can take care of herself. She's a tough player. I think it may be lost.
Caitlin Clark just announced she's out of both the three-point contest and the All-Star Game. And Adam Silver is not letting this go. In fact, he's concerned about the WNBA's failure to protect Caitlin Clark. Because this time things have gone way too far. So let's slow down and look at how we even got here in the first place. Earlier this week, in what looked like a regular game between Indiana Fever and Connecticut Sun, fans witnessed a moment they can't unsee.
Every time the Indiana Fever plays the Connecticut Sun, it is a very, very
With just under 3 minutes left, Caitlin took a direct knee to the groin from J.C. Sheldon.
Yeah, she kind of pull up, a little bit of a jerk motion to stop her momentum.
Whether it was reckless or just clumsy honestly doesn't even matter, because the damage was done. At first, Caitlin did what she always does. She kept playing and hit a clutch three. But then, in the final minute, cameras caught her slowing down. She grabbed at her groin, this time the right side, different from her earlier injury.
Right here, she explodes, makes the backdoor pass.
She tried to shake it off, but then we all witnessed the most heartbreaking moment. She stopped mid-play, walked to the basket support, leaned against it, and buried her face in her hands. I mean, we could see she was trying very hard not to cry.
Most recently with the groin injury. Looks like she's in pain after that pass.
And honestly, this isn't the Caitlin Clark fans know. This is a player who's played through pressure, injuries, losses, spotlight, and never let the emotions spill out. So for her to break down like that wasn't easy to watch. And yesterday, the confirmation came. Just as expected, her injuries aggravated and she is out. But here's where it gets worse. People are now asking the real question, was she already hurt before that game? Because remember, this isn't just another player. Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's engine right now. And if she's playing hurt to carry a franchise and a league, someone, somewhere, should have stepped in. That's why Adam Silver's now involved.
You know, I don't want to make too big an issue about one particular player, one particular call. But, I think the burgeoning rivalries in professional basketball, you see rivalries obviously among clubs, but also among individual players too. And I think that can be ultimately good for the sport.
Because what happened to Caitlin Clark this week isn't just a personal injury. It's a league crisis. And if they lose her, even temporarily, this All-Star weekend might be the least of their worries. Caitlin revealed this 2 days ago. She said the injury has aggravated and she has no choice but to sit out of All-Star and three-point contests. But it's not as simple as it looks. This is All-Star Weekend in Indiana, Clark's home turf, the one event built to showcase the league's brightest star right in front of her home fans.
For anybody, like, the All-Star Weekend is 100% going to not be as big as it was last year.
And it's not happening. You know what the worst part is? Well, this all comes right as the WNBA is locked in critical CBA negotiations, the kind of meetings that could literally decide whether the league even exists by 2026. So yeah, the timing couldn't be worse. And now, people way beyond Indiana are starting to notice. Just listen to what Adam Silver had said long ago. In a press conference that wasn't even supposed to be about the WNBA, he couldn't avoid the topic, so when asked about Clark, Silver didn't dodge. He said what everyone's thinking.
Rookies, but of course I want to see Caitlin treated fairly and appropriately in the league. I would say seems like she can take care of herself. She's a tough player. I think it may be lost.
Of course I want to see Caitlin treated fairly and appropriately in the league. Now, that might sound diplomatic, but think about it. When the NBA's own commissioner starts hinting that its partner league might not be protecting its biggest star, then that's a warning. A warning that something is seriously broken. Because if the FDS biggest draw is being overplayed, mismanaged, or forced to push through injuries for ticket sales and TV ratings, then the damage isn't just to Caitlin Clark's career. She said, "I have to rest my body." Although she'll still show up to help coach her team from the sidelines, but this isn't a choice. It's a forced time. And the fact that it took a public injury breakdown for her to finally sit out, that's not just unfortunate. Because losing your star player in your marquee event during the biggest contract negotiations in league history, something doesn't add up here. Here's the part that's making fans and insiders angry by the day. Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's biggest star, the league's top draw. The reason millions of casual fans even know there's a WNBA season happening right now.
What she's accomplished, give her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all ass charters. She bringing all y'all this money to...
And yet, when it comes to protecting her, supporting her, or even just acknowledging what she brings to the table, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has been missing in action. It's gotten so bad that respected journalist Christine Brennan openly called her out. Why? Because every time Engelbert's asked about Caitlin Clark, she sidesteps.
In terms of the way the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, who I've known and I like, the way she has trouble talking about...
Instead of talking directly about Clark, she lumps her name together with other players like Angel Reese, even when Clark's the only player in question.
She's asked about Caitlin, then she will say, well, Caitlin and Angel. Well, she wasn't asked about Angel. You know, she was asked about Caitlin.
And here's the thing. This isn't about favoring one player over another, it's about understanding how sports marketing works. The league around your stars. And right now, the WNBA's biggest star is being treated like an afterthought by its own commissioner. That's pure negative. And the numbers are screaming the truth. Since Clark's injury announcement, WNBA national TV ratings have crashed. And if you think I'm exaggerating, let me tell you the stats. It was a legit 55% drop. Before her injury, Indiana Fever national broadcasts were pulling in over 1.8 million viewers. And now, it's barely 847,000. Dr. Lucas C. Hafer, a kinesiology expert, pointed out that 141 injuries have hit WNBA players since the season tipped off. Can you believe that? 141 injuries in a league with just 179 active players. That's nearly one injury for every single player. And yet, Engelbert has done nothing to address it.
School games.
If the WNBA is not rigged, they're doing a great job of making it look like it's rigged. Because if you guys didn't see the referees,
Caitlin's brother Colin Clark took it to X, calling out the referees for not doing the one job they have. Even Clark's own coach can't stay silent anymore. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White flat out said after one game,
at a time. It's frustrating for her, I'm sure, especially, and I think, you know, for us as a staff and as a team, just trying to...
And that's not mere frustration. That's a professional coach saying publicly that the officials aren't doing their jobs and that the league isn't listening.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to speak for Caitlin, but again, you know, someone who's continued to have setbacks from an injury standpoint, you know, as a former athlete who's had a lot of surgeries myself, it's very frustrating. You feel like you're trying to do everything that you can to put yourself in position to get past.
I mean, when your coaches, your players, your legends, and even your fans are all saying the same thing, and your commissioner still refuses to act, that, my friend, is what we call a league in freefall. And unless Engelbert wakes up or someone replaces her, things are only going to get worse. Let's be honest for a moment. Caitlin Clark gave the WNBA everything. She saved their season and ratings.
Caitlin Clark is way more important to the WNBA than Tiger Woods was to men's golf, even though he was huge. And
now, when she's sitting injured, the league she saved profits off her name. That's the betrayal. We all know Clark isn't just a star. She is practically the face of the league, because with her, 170% TV ratings spike on ESPN. Ion's viewership more than doubled. Every record has her name behind it.
Nobody else in this WNBA, now or in the past, has ever carried a league as she does.
And yet, when Clark needed protection, the league looked the other way. What does Clark get in return for carrying the entire league? Well, missed calls, dangerous fouls, injuries that never had to happen. Tuesday's game was literally the proof. It had 5 technicals, 3 ejections, 2 flagrant fouls, and 1 disaster of a game, all with 0 protection for Caitlin Clark. Veterans know it. Petitions are circulating, begging for accountability. Veteran journalists are openly criticizing Engelbert. Because now, Caitlin Clark is paying the price. The All-Star Game was supposed to celebrate Clark. Not only did it shatter Caitlin's dream, it also exposed everything wrong with the W. So, do you think Adam Silver's statement actually changed anything? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're standing with Caitlin Wright, fix the WNBA down below. For more WNBA news, drama, and updates, like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you on the flip side.